Mac! Mac! We got mail. What is it? It's revolutionary. Oh yeah! Come on, baby! Looks fancy. What does it do? Like everything you need it to. I don't know, man. I don't see a hole in this thing anywhere. Right here, front and center. Got your AC charging, DC charging, USB-A, USB-C, 20 amp max, 30 amp max. Can do it all. Oh, it's a charging thing. Yes. What did you think it was? Nothing. That's also what I also thought it was that too, right from the start too. It says perfect for power outages. They say this thing can power your entire house. But our house is only like 3.5 square feet. No, I mean like a regular house. Oh, a real house. Cool. Well, we should probably test it, huh? Yes. And I've got just the thing. Space heater. Good choice, lots of draw. Would you look at that? Pulling 1500 watts. I don't know what you're so excited about. It's still practically an icebox in here. Mick, we just plugged it in. We need to try something else. Oh yeah. Battery charger. It's what they say. Takes a battery to charge a battery. I've literally never heard somebody say that. Gotta try something else. Oh yeah. Plug it in. Oh yeah, cooling them beers. All right, time for a test pop. Mick. Oh, it's warm. Mick, you just plugged it in. Well, let me know when the beers are cold. I wouldn't drink those floor beers, they're probably shook. Any style of alternative living, one of the big things you have to figure out is power generation and power storage. I'm lucky enough, I've had the last 3 years living in the motorhome to really figure out how I wanted to do this truck. And early in the build, I had a great conversation with a company called EcoFlow, and they've jumped on with a really interesting sponsorship on how we're gonna power this rig. So let's jump inside and I'll show you. So this is your guys' first look at the inside of the rig. It's coming along really nicely. And I've actually split the power into 2 different systems. Here's my EcoFlow Delta Pro. And this thing is going to power all of my cameras, computers, anything inside, pretty much this will be powering and charging, and it's gonna live inside the rig right underneath the table here. If I wanted to, this could sit outside and I could plug the entire rig into this and it could power the entire truck. In fact, this thing can power your entire house. It's got a 3.6 kilowatt hour capacity, 3,600 watts, and it's expandable. You could buy a fleet of these things and hook them all together. You can get up to 7,200 watt output and 25 kilowatt hours capacity. Super interesting piece of technology in an older rig, and it really expands what I'm able to charge and run here in the rig. Another really cool door that this opened, let me just put on my boots, having this EcoFlow, is my hot water tank, my hot water heater. This old camper came with a manual light hot water tank, 6-gallon. It's no longer in existence, and going to a hot water on demand system is just too much waste. So I actually converted to this tiny little AC hot water tank. I redid all the water lines in the camper because they were the old school crimp style and they were leaking like crazy. That was a big job. I had to do a little bit of plumbing stuff as well. But this hot water tank goes underneath, and then the cable comes up underneath the kitchen table, and then I can plug it into my EcoFlow and I have hot water in 20 minutes. Now this rig also has just regular batteries. So if we come over to this compartment, there's some really cool things happening in here. These are my two 6-volt golf cart batteries. The wiring runs up along there, and that powers all of the lights in the camper, the water pump, and the diesel air heater. This is another really neat thing I've done. That heats the front pass-through compartment, and then the plumbing goes underneath the camper. Then that plumbing comes up underneath the kitchen table. So I have heated floor right here, and then the register. I've been really happy with how it's working so far. On even the lowest setting, it can keep this camper nice and toasty, and it's been getting below 0 still at night. I am losing a fair bit of heat with just having the one register, so I think I'll put a couple more in there as well. It'll still have the heated floor, but I'd like to see a little bit more air coming into the camper. This is my compartment where I have my diesel fill, and that's the diesel air heater tank. It goes plumbed under, runs along the frame, and then the pump, everything is underneath the frame, and then goes up in through the pass-through. Having these two separate battery systems was an upgrade that was very important to me, because living in the motorhome the last 3 years, I know exactly how exhaustive this lifestyle is on batteries while producing the show and living in the rig. In fact, when I was in the motorhome, I was running the generator the whole time that I was editing, just so I wasn't exhausting my house batteries. This should pretty much eliminate my need to be running the generator. And a great feature to the EcoFlow products is they have this amazing fast charge technology. This battery bank here, this great big one, can go from 0% to 100% in less than 3 hours. You can charge it off solar if you want to, and you can also charge it directly from an electrical vehicle charging port, charging pump. I don't know what you call it. Wherever you charge your electric vehicle, you can plug this right into that and it'll charge it right up. I can't give away too much more because I have some other items coming soon that will be supporting this within the Expedition truck. So I'm very excited about that. And as you guys can see, it's a beautiful sunny day here. It seems that spring is officially here. Summer will be coming very soon. So I'm just trying to get the truck done. I'm not able to balance the build series and getting the truck done in time right now. So I'm going to keep going with as many videos as I can, probably just some shorter ones like this to kind of keep you guys up to date with how the truck build is coming along. But I'm very excited. The truck is completely ready to be on the road, and I'm slowly moving into living in here full time. But I'm leaving today to go down to Oregon to visit my grandfather for a little bit. He's been a great character on the show before, so I'm sure a lot of you guys will be excited to see him back on there. And of course, I'd like to give a great big thank you to EcoFlow for wanting to jump on and sponsor some items for the truck build. These products are a huge benefit to myself living in the truck full time and to the show. So a big thanks to those guys. But most of all, thanks for watching, everybody.